Hi everyone, Marybeth here with eXp Realty, joining you for your Monday mortgage and market update. My guest today is Nicole with Fairway Mortgage. Nicole, thank you so much for joining me this week.
Always a pleasure.
So let's dive into the numbers. 2 weeks ago when we talked about such a lack of inventory in the market right now. And I'll share my screen real quick and give you some updated numbers. So right now in the city of Denver, and let me stop that share real quick. Let me get on the right screen. Love live TV,
Yes.
There we go. All right, so active single family homes on the market as of today. So in Denver, that's 821. So that's up 106 from 2 weeks ago, which is really great for the city of Denver. Aurora, we are at 471. That's up 48 from 2 weeks ago. Lakewood, we're standing at 142, which is up 11. Littleton, we're at 252, which is up 47 active single family homes. Westminster, though, we only gained 2 single family homes in the last 2 weeks. Now, obviously there's a lot of active buyers out there, homes going on the market and going under contract. But as of right now, 2 more homes are on the market. And Arvada, we're standing at 174, which is only 9 more active units than what we saw on the market 2 weeks ago. So Nicole, I mean, that lack of inventory is still there. The numbers are going up, but the lack of inventory is definitely still there, right?
Yeah, you're seeing that DMAR as a whole, as far as the 11 county major areas of Denver, you're seeing that the active listings have decreased the gap, right? So we've got more of them coming on, but still not enough to support all the demand that we've got.
Absolutely, and the buyers are getting out there. In the last week, I've showed homes in Denver, Aurora, Littleton, Fairplay. I have gone all over the map of Colorado to get my buyers out there because you know what, they're calling me. Now that showings are allowed in many cities and many counties, they're saying, Marybeth, let's get out, let's go look at homes. Albeit masks, gloves, we're definitely practicing social distancing, but at the same time, the buyer demand is out there, and a lot of buyers are unpressing that pause button and wanting to go look at homes, which is really great. So of all of the active listings for the month of May for the city of Denver, last year versus this year, we're actually only down 600. So we're still in that lack of inventory, but usually by this time, we're actually supposed to be more listings than last year. So that lack of inventory is still there. So the buyers, buyers that are wanting to get out there, there's still opportunities. We're 600 units down from last year, but at the same time, the buyers are getting out there and putting homes under contract. So let's talk a little bit about your market. We did speak last week about, forbearance, 3.5 million loans in forbearance right now as of Friday. So let's talk a little bit about, kind of what that means step by step for people that don't know, okay, I have to claim forbearance, but what does that mean going in the months forward? Like, what should I be doing? What does that look like?
So the forbearance conversation's been going on for a while now, right? Since April. Now we are in May. So if you did a forbearance in April, what we're finding is the cart went a little bit before the horse. CARES Act came out and gave everybody the right to forbear without question, but really didn't talk about then what happens after I forbear.
Right.
And so that's really been the topic of conversation to go, okay, what does that look like? So when you want to come back from a forbearance position, and please note, if you call up your servicer and you ask to find out about the forbearance program, you get approved for the forbearance program, even if you don't actually take advantage of it and you keep making your mortgage payments, you're still in the forbearance program. So you want to make sure to call up your servicer when you are ready to hop out of that. So your options are reinstatement, and you do that simply by catching your mortgage payments up to date, and you're back into a regular current position. The second option is a repayment plan, where they'll take those numbers of months that are outstanding and divide them typically by 12 and pay that back over the course of a year. Another option is to do a lump sum. You'll see this more with FHA loans, but conventional has it as well, where it's either tacked on to the end of the loan or held as a second lien, a second note, if you will. And then loan modification is going to be something that the servicer has the right to offer to you, where they actually renegotiate the terms of the loan. All of these, other than reinstatement, are at the discretion of the servicer. It's not like you can just call up and go, I want that option. They're really going to do it in that order, and they're going to do it per the servicer, not necessarily per the borrower. the downside is that if you have a loan in forbearance right now, and this is subject to change, I hope it changes. It's going to have to change at the the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac guideline level, which is your conventional loans. But right now, if you have a forbearance, you have a waiting period after the forbearance of 12 months before you can refinance or purchase. So it really does impact those people that take that option right now. And if you have another loan that's in forbearance, say you have 2 or 3 homes and you're trying to buy another primary home, or you have a rental, especially right now with the rentals, you can't evict. And so they are also available to them, right, to not make their rent payments. So if you choose to forbear on a rental, then because you have a forbearance on your credit report, you cannot purchase another home or refinance even another home. So it's definitely, it's got some consequences to it.
Absolutely. You know, when I was doing showings this week, a lot of the showings I was doing were Airbnbs, former Airbnbs.
Right.
And now the owners were relying on that income to obviously pay the mortgage for not only their home, but the Airbnb home. Yeah. And now they're just realizing, you know, we got to cut our losses and sell the home. So hopefully that will help the inventory right now. So let's talk about some good news. So, you know, I always like to talk about this kind of the silver lining. So personal wise, you know, what have you gotten from this time in quarantine? Have you learned a new recipe? Have you maybe exercised more, taken up a new hobby? So Nicole, what have you been doing?
You know, I've definitely spent more time with my kids. I've done more puzzles than I care to count. But I've also just dove in head first into the market trends, the changes that are happening, and keeping my referral partners and my clients updated, because there's so much going on that I hate it. Maybe it's sick to say, I've actually had a lot of fun diving into the market data too.
Absolutely, because, you know, it changes every day. So us as professionals, we need to be at the top of our game and telling our clients, you know, what's going on. So I was talking to your assistant, Cara, before this phone call got recorded, and I actually am fostering a kitten right now. So that's something new I'm doing. He's running around behind the camera here. Well, I should say in front of the camera here. But yeah, just trying to like help out where I can as well. And I know that you are definitely, you know, with your causes and charities, definitely raising money there as well. So anything else, Nicole, that you want to let our viewers know? Anything else going on that maybe they should be aware of for this 8th week of COVID that we're in right now?
So, you know, interest rates are still low. We're looking at 3.25 conventional. You can easily get it down to 2.99 or 2.875 for FHA and VA loans. And that's without buying it down. And then you can buy it down so easily that these interest rates are phenomenally low. Will they go lower? Maybe, right? Nobody knows what's exactly going to happen, but there's some forecasts that they could go down in the 2s for a period of time. So definitely want to be able to take advantage of those. So keep your credit clean. Try not to go into forbearance if you can't. Some people have to, and I understand that. But keep your options open, because I think there are still times in front of us for great opportunities for cash flow, as well as furthering your financial position. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Awesome news. Well, thank you, Nicole, so much for joining me again this week. And for anyone who needs to contact Nicole or myself, our information will be below this video. Have a great week.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.